This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shade 4-5.
Wake your punk ass up. That crust out your eyes.
Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5, man. This is what it is, Shade 4-5, man. This is the edge right here. This is on when people are on the cusp. This is the place you come to where you break artists, and we try to hip you guys to stuff early on before it becomes massive. We tried to hip you to this guy early on with the A&R room, and he's already become massive. But he's here with us today, man. To me, he's a person you would consider to be, when you say a trailblazer, when you say use words like trendsetter, when you use words like vanguard. I think this man and his movement definitely fits along those categories. It's the one, the only Travis Scott.
Man. Awesome.
I tell you why, man, because we in an era right now with fertile ground, man, where sound and expression has no limitations. And I think in your music and in your persona and the way you project yourself, I think that's what you represent. As a fan, looking on, not as Sway, the guy who works wherever I work, but as a fan looking into it, man, I can't really guess what you're going to do next. And that's what keeps me, that's what keeps me inspired. That's what keeps me locked in. So welcome to the show.
Man, appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
Yo, it's interesting with you, though, man, because a lot of times you hear about people, you got a great relationship with the blogosphere.
Yeah.
Like blogs love writing about you and posting whatever you do, whether you getting into some trouble with security guards at Trelectro or something, you about to fight a security guard or you jumping off the roof of a building. Yeah. But they also respect what you do musically. Where did you start, though? Where did it all start for you?
I'm from Houston, Texas. So, Mo City, Texas, like, to be like a little bit more exact, it kind of just started there. And like, whether it's like me and my DJ Chase, like, we doing house parties or like we doing like random stuff in the city or like whatever the fuck we doing in the city, to like keep shit popping. Yeah. My whole thing was always creating a vibe or like curating a vibe for my culture for like kids like me. So I always wanted to put people in an environment, with venues and like sometimes when you try to go into someone's establishment, it kind of like it's always a conflict because you want to rage and then they want to like confine you to this like box and shit. Yeah. So like that was always my thing and shit. So like, fuck it, we gonna take over this person's house and shit. Use their backyard. Yo, Chase, bring the KRKs. I'm gonna bring my home theater system. Right. And then like we gonna just rock this shit. So it was kind of like that, in Mo City, and then kind of like branched out to Houston a little bit. But then just growing up in Houston, Texas alone, it just doesn't have like a real industry. Yeah. I'm not saying that like I'm an industry person, but it's just like to get like an outlet. The radio is kind of like one-sided. The scene is kind of one-sided too. So like I had to like really leave to break the barrier to try to like give more kids like me, a sonic hearing. So that's why I named my album, Days Before Rodeo.
Days Before Rodeo. Yeah. Now when did the relationship with Kanye, how did that happen?
My manager, Anthony Kilhofer, he's been like mixing and producing for him for like mad long time. When Kanye like first started, like at Record Planet and shit, wherever he was at. And so, I'm a fan of the music and I'm a fan of the credits and I'm a fan of people that like actually do stuff. So, I seen his name.
To actually create.
Exactly. Right. So like, when I was looking at the credits on album, I'm like, man, like Mike Dean, Kilhofer, these guys are like on here all the time. So I always hit up Mike Dean, man. I used to stalk that nigga all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, I fuck with you. He used to like hit me up, So I used to hit Kilhofer on the email, like, yo, man, I got these beats, I got these songs. I'm a rapper, I make beats. Fuck with me. So he used to hit me back here and there, la. So I took like I remember he hit me one day. This is like during Watch the Throne area, right? He was like, yo, can you come meet me in LA? And I lived in Houston. I was like, yeah. And like he thought I lived in LA, so I bought this ticket. I met him like right across the street from Ambita Music, that record shop. Yeah. It was like a 15-minute meeting. And I was like, I brought my laptop, had all this shit. I came straight from the airport to the meeting because the meeting was at like 10:30. And like, I was like, we about to go to the studio? He was like, no, I got to go on the Watch the Throne tour. I was like, what the fuck?
Damn. I bought this ticket, man.
Right. Yeah. So like, so I went back home and like, later on when I put out my first video and shit, he kind of like, I was working at Atlantic Studio with Mike Karen and shit. Oh my God, man. And fucking, he like came back from Watch the Throne tour. he was at this coffee shop around the corner, and he called me like, yo, where you at? I was like, I'm in Atlanta, Greg. I'm in this like studio, man. Like I was like, I wasn't crying, but I was just like going crazy.
Emotional.
I felt trapped, low key. And so, he was like, come meet me at this coffee shop. So I left, and he was like, yo, he was like, man, I want to manage you. But like we both was trying, I was trying to ask him to manage me, and he was trying to ask me. So we both kind of said it at the same time. And I was like, yes, you know what I'm saying? And so he came back with me to the studio, and I made this one beat. I had this one beat on my big computer. He was like, yo, this shit is crazy. And he like took it with him. He's like, all right. He was going to go meet Kanye the next day. So around this time, people were trying to sign me and shit, but I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And like, but people wanted my publishing before, like, you know what I'm saying? They wanted to sign me a record deal. They wanted both at the same time. I was like, man, fuck that shit.
Yeah, that's smart, because that's how you're gonna make your bread and butter, right?
Exactly. And so like the next like 3 days later, I was at this hotel. I was about to sign to Warner Brothers, like all this shit, la la la, and Kanye, Kelvin Carmen was like, yo, man, Kanye fucks with that beat. It was like crazy because he had a song that was already using that same sample. And just somehow I like made the beat, like had the beat kind of.
Which beat was it? What was the song that he had?
It's never came out. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, all right, okay. all right, okay.
But it's a song. I think he probably talked about it a little bit. But yeah, so I flew out to New York that same day, and like we kicked it. No, we didn't kick it. I ain't meet that nigga for the first week, man.
Yeah. And you were in New York a whole week.
Yeah. So this is how and this was around the time when I met T.I. So like I was around Kanye. I never met him. I was at the studio around the corner from Jungle City and shit. So I went to Atlanta, and that's when like T.I. wanted to sign me. So we ended up doing a deal with T.I. and it was like the same kind of time as like the Kanye shit. It wasn't like all the way finalized, but it was like almost done and shit. Yeah. So Kanye brought me back to New York. Cause like I was like working on Mercy. He was like, some of the shit I did was like dope and shit. So I came back to New York, and we did more music, and that's when we had a meeting finally after like 2 days later. Then I played him like my original album, Al Pharaoh, before the album I put out. Yeah. He was like, yo, man, this is like the craziest shit, man. And he's like, from there we clicked, and then that's when I was like scoring the Cruel Summer movie. Yeah. And then like I ended up, he put me on the album, and I did a couple joints on the album, and I was in Hawaii, and then me and him just built a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, from there on, he just became like a big brother to me, man. Like for real, like one of my biggest mentors, man. Like it's crazy, like the relationship. Like this nigga's like kind of like a dad, low key. Yeah. I can kind of like call him for like anything. Usually, sometimes we don't even talk about music all the time. It just be just about life. Yeah. Shit.
Kanye's a very intelligent man, brilliant dude. And for him to recognize your talent, I think that's a part of people's longevity, to surround themselves with energy that's going to help keep them inspired. Yeah. A lot of people would say, well, Travis and Kanye got a lot of similarities. But y'all two different people. How do you respond when folks say that?
It's crazy. I don't know, man. And it's
and that's not a bad person to be.
Right. Nah. Yeah. But like early, obviously he's kind of like an influence just on an artistic level. Yeah. And then like early on, that's why I was like so surprised. And when I played my music, man, I was so scared. Mad niggas be like telling me I sound like him, so I thought that was like gonna turn them off. But he seen through like what I was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I know you can end up doing some shit like this that's like way different from what I'm doing. Yeah. I hear it. You just like don't have the information. That's why I respect him and T.I., because like T.I. told me the same thing too. Like you kind of resemble him a little bit, maybe a little bit too much maybe. And it's probably not on purpose. Yeah. And like you just gotta dig in your craft, and between them two both giving me that information, it's like I figured out my own lane. And it's kinda like, I'm in the it's like I didn't grow up in the hood and shit. Yeah. But like, growing up in middle class area, my grandma lived in the hood, and my cousins and shit, my mom's from there and shit. So I was always there. So that's like my venture, Like if you listen to my album, it's kind of like just a bridge between like what people will call, I hate the word trap, but what people will call like that allegiance of music, and like my artistic level of like God level. No pun intended and shit. Yeah. Of like music. And I feel like that's the bridge, and I feel like that's where music needs to be. That's why I got like Peewee Longaway on my album.
Yeah. Dang. Wow.
Like
tell people who Peewee Longaway is.
Yeah, like he's a kid from Atlanta. Yeah. Shout out to MPA Duke and the whole squad and them. But he's like ill, man. He's like a real life rock star, along with Young Thug and shit. You know, that's the kind of people I like to fuck with. You know, people that live their life real through the music and shit.
Yeah, Travis Scott, man. He's here, man. I want to open up the phone lines. I'm glad you broke down that story, too.
Yeah.
By the way, you tell a great story, too, man. All right, I'm intrigued by this, all right? We're going to play Mamacita featuring Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug. This is off the Before the Rodeo free album.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, free album.
888-742-3345. Yeah. That's off of Days Before Rodeo free album.
Yep.
Free album, Mamacita. Yo, that sounds like nothing to me right now. You know, like there's nothing out there that see, that's new food, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's new food, something you never tasted before.
Yeah.
And then you get pleasantly surprised by it.
And you want more.
Yeah.
You know what's so ill about that, man? Because I really love that song by Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar, but I hated the drums on that beat. So that's why I redid that sample. You know, and like I feel like that sample originally should have had Rich Homie Quan on it, but no one like probably just slept on that factor because they wanted a popular song.
Yeah.
So, but it like maybe they couldn't have figured it out, and so man, when I heard that and when me, Metro, and Dahi did that beat, we was like, yo, I was just like, yo, we need to just take it there. Like I know it could be like ill, and man, I wasn't even around when Rich Homie did the hook. You know, it just came back like that. And I was like, yo, this is like the illest. You know, like Atlanta, man, and just the South produces, I feel like the illest core of just like good sonics, vocally, musically, you know, even producers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I feel like, man, people keep overlooking it as mixtape. That's why I keep stressing this is a free album. Don't undermine us because we didn't put a price tag on it, because we didn't like give people the option to have to buy it. You know, I'm giving people an option to like expand their like mind, and then on my album you can like buy into, you know, have something to buy into.
When will the album actually come out?
Top of February.
Top of February.
Top of next year for sure. I'm working on other people's albums that's coming out maybe towards the end of this year, maybe.
Who's you been working on, man?
I don't want to speak on that because like last year I never told anyone whose album I worked on, and I produced like the 3 #1 albums.
Okay, so
like Jay-Z album, Kanye, Wale, even John Legend. People don't even know, like I did that song with John Legend and Seal, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know that. Like,
were they both in the studio when you did the song?
Nah, it was like we were in Hawaii when we did the shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fucking crazy, bro. Like it just fucked me up.
Yeah, man, you doing good, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we got Mike on the line from Hicksville. Hey, Mike, where Hicksville at?
Hicksville, it's on Long Island.
On Long Island, okay. Say what up to Travis Scott, man.
Yo, Travis Scott.
Yo, what's good?
Yo, your album was amazing.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks, bro. Thanks.
No lie, it was amazing. I love it so much. You gave me new workout music, new music before I go to sleep. Man, I love Skyfall, The Drugs You Should Try, Mamacita, Poppy Poppy.
Yeah.
Man, everything you got on that is so good.
Appreciate it, bro. That means a lot.
Man, we were just talking about a drug just to try, right?
Yeah, Drugs You Should Try it, man.
You
That's my favorite song. That's actually
Drugs You Should Try. We got to... what drugs would you recommend we try, man?
Yeah, man.
Very dare friendly, right?
All right, we got Robin on the line. Rob, what up, man?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up with you?
Hey, what up, Travis?
What up, my G?
Hey, I saw you in Trill Electro this weekend, man. I can be honest, I had never heard your music until then, and I'm definitely a fan, man. I downloaded both mixtapes. Quitana is on my playlist. I listen to it every day in the gym this week, man. Keep it up, man.
Man, thanks so much, man.
We need real music like that. I appreciate you, bro.
Man, always appreciate it, bro.
That's
Thanks.
love,
That's
crazy. And speaking of Trilectro, you know, once you came in, I had to dap you up real heavy because I was just stuffed with regret because I was supposed to go over there, but I didn't. But I heard that you killed it. Yeah. And just festivals in general, I feel are probably the most important stages for a new artist to be on. Yeah. And craziness always happens on there. Like Danny Brown, one time he had his freaking penis out and a girl came and sucked it. What's the craziest thing that you've seen?
I seen this one girl finger herself live.
Damn. While you were performing?
Yeah.
Oh, that was for you.
Yeah.
And she was staring at you?
Yeah. It was the most creepiest shit ever.
Do you just go to the next stage, or do you like serenade her so she can?
I was like literally like yes. This is like, I was like, this is what I make music for.
Oh my gosh! You like bring girls to the porta potties? How can a chick get your attention? Where do you smash these girls in the grass?
Man, shit in the bathroom stall if it gets crazy, or like right there. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Why not?
What's there backstage?
Wherever.
Oh gosh.
She need it right now. Like we was, So.
Do you ask names, or that's not important? What's in the name?
Just about the energy.
Yeah, it's just about the energy.
Yeah, just a straight vibe.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. Ethan, what's up, man? You in Michigan? Ethan.
Hey, what's up?
What up, man?
Hey, Travis, I just want to say this is a great album, and my trap is still bunking because of you, bro.
Yo, your trap is still bunking. Yo, it's crazy, man. I'm pretty sure you don't sell weight. I know you're not gonna tell me, but like the trap I was talking about was kind of like my. I don't like really sell drugs. I probably like sell like a little bit of loud when I was in college, just to make some bread and shit.
Just to get by.
Yeah, but Skyfall is like one of them songs that's just about like your life closing in. I don't know if you ever had that experience, but I know it's like mad drug references, but life is a drug in its own, and just like an experience is a drug, and like my quest to find out who LaFlame really was, like I felt like I had to take the drug of like choice of like jumping out on the edge and like going out. So that's why, my trap is still bunking, like these beats, you know what I'm saying? I still got niggas that push packs, but no, so yeah, that's ill. Keep your trap bunking, my nigga, for sure.
What made you dropped out of college, right?
Yeah, I dropped out of UTSA and UT. I went to both.
What made you drop out?
Shit, man, the frustration of like fucking tuition is fucking crazy, man.
Nigga.
And like you gotta pay that shit back.
I'm sorry. It hurt my heart. Yeah, that bitch Sally Mae, you know about her?
No, who's that?
Oh, okay. Continue.
But it's like it's just like that shit just like really fucks you up. And then like I wanted to be a nephrologist at first and shit. And then I was like, man, if you're not gonna be a doctor, a lawyer, or like you don't have anything to do with math or like fucking with a person's life, then nigga, you should like figure out what you're gonna do, because you're gonna waste your bread and shit. Now I'm not saying kids don't go to fucking school, because you should go to school and get an education and learn how not to like end up like a typical minority or whatever you are. Like, but I definitely feel like you need to choose your
or be socially inept too.
Yeah, or be like yeah, exactly, or just be like socially retarded or awkward. College is good for meeting like friends, man. One thing I should say, man, choose your friends wisely, because it can definitely reflect who you are at like the age of 26 and shit.
I like that, man. Travis Scott, man, I want to thank you for coming by, bro. Come on, man. We've been meaning to do this, man.
Hell yeah.
And then First Aid with Kelly Kincaid, and everybody's been doing the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. We had the man that started that, Pat Quinn, who's been able to raise over $100 million. Have you done that yet?
Yeah, someone nominated, Tinashe nominated me, but I was somewhere where I couldn't do it. Yeah. And like if I would have did it around them, they would have been like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, man?
He was on the block.
I still want to do it. I just been mad busy. If somebody just pull up with the ice, I'll definitely just get it popping.
We can get the ice for you right now.
What up? I'll do it on the show.
Man, go get a cup of ice real quick, man. Yeah, we'll play a song and come back. Drugs You Should Try.
Yeah, let's get it. Drugs You Should Try. Let's get it.
All right, 2 in the morning. That's Drugs You Should Try. Days Before Rodeo, free album. Travis Scott is here, man. And one thing I like about this dude, man, is he about the people, man. He ain't really about the industry, as he said. He gets to the people. You can see him performing on tours, music festivals, so on and so forth. But we talked to him about the ALS challenge, the Ice Bucket Challenge, and you said it was something you've been meaning to do, right?
Yeah.
Man. And we just had Pat Quinn on here. He's the guy who started this whole thing, who also has the disease, and they raised over $100 million, man. And we've all done it, and we've donated hundreds of dollars as well, man. But, man, I think it's time you do it right here live on the air. Hold up, Tracy G. Hold up, man. Let me feel it. Okay. And then right afterward, you got to nominate somebody else to do it. Ready?
All right, let's get it.
3. Wait, you go ahead. Just say who you
are.
Oh, yeah,
okay. I accept Tinashe's challenge. I nominate Kanye, Hove, and Jonah Hill.
Okay, Jonah Hill. It's Travis Scott.
Swag.
Go ahead, killer.
3, 2, 1. You like that, Daddy?
Can't put out the flame. There it is.
No flame, no water that can burn to the flame. You dig what I'm saying?
There it is.
Straight like that.
There it is. Congratulations, man. You did that.
Appreciate it, man. Oh my God.
All right,
I gotta donate some bread now.
No, I know, right? You got to donate some bread, man.
How you do it?
We'll tell you how to do that, man. You just go on the site, too. ALS.org. You can donate money. Man, we want to thank everybody that came by the show today, including Travis Scott, man. That's worthy. I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. Thanks for supporting me, since day one. People be fake, man.
Yeah, man.
It's awesome.
That's all love, man. Tell I said what up. So y'all keep making this brilliant music, man.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.